Rainmaker, Dimitri van den Bergh. Und er bekommt es zu tun mit der aktuellen Nummer 14 der Welt. Am letzten Wochenende hat er ein Players Championship Turnier gewonnen und damit seinen ersten Turniersieg seit 2 Jahren eingefahren. Er ist ein früherer UK Open Champion und zweifacher Weltmeister aus Stoke-on-Trent, England. Jackpot Adrian Lewis.
Welcome back. The European Darts Open continues with an evening session jam-packed with big names and big stars of the world of darts. A couple of them on the stage for the starter. Still on this evening's menu, Michael van Gerwen taking on Mervyn King as their little tiff continues. Peter Wright closes the night against Kim Huybrecht. We've also got the likes of Rob Cross, Mensur Suljovic, Glenn Durrant coming up next as his Euro Tour debut tournament continues. But first, it's the two-time back-to-back world champion against the two-time back-to-back world youth champion. And me and Paul Nicholson, well, what have we got two-time back-to-back? I suppose we've turned up 2 days in a row.
3-time back-to-back commentary participant that I am here in Leverkusen. I'll take that. It's better than sitting at home. The atmosphere here this evening is sensational, and the lineup tonight is just brilliant. It's very befitting a Saturday night here at this fantastic arena. I'm really looking forward to some of these matches, and the fact that this is first game on is testament to how strong tonight is.
Yeah, some curtain raiser here at the Osterman.
First leg, Adrian to throw first. Game on.
And it's not just jam-packed in terms of the field of talent that are going to grace the stage, but the audience have packed out the arena as well.
136.
And we really do have the feel of a big, big night of darts ahead. Lewis to return to the winner's circle. Just last weekend in Wigan, trousering £10,000. It was an important 10 grand as well, because it was almost 2 years since the last time he won, so that's going to come off his ranking, and it keeps him in the top 16.
Now, one thing I've noticed in the last few weeks is that he's using the board a little bit more. He's been switching down a bit more, and more often than not, it's been successful.
83.
He's done it twice already in this leg, using the 19s, and he's been fiddling around with his kit a little bit over the course of the last few months, but he seems to have found a formula that works, and winning never lies. There was there was a point in that final with Barneveld last week where that first leg was pretty tough going. So then he took out that 1-3-8 and all of a sudden he just turned into a different beast for me.
Yeah, didn't drop more than 3 legs in any match in that run to the title last Sunday.
It's quite an impressive thing to do. And Vandenberg, he'd have fancied him to get that 180, but Lewis on a double after 12 darts. He's looking ominous. Not worried about that lie.
Well, it was better than missing inside double 10, I suppose.
If you're going to miss it, it's probably a good miss. But it'll be a bad miss if Dimitri gets the 117. So he's got away with it.
57.
Last thing we need are missed doubles like we had in the last game of the afternoon. And we don't get them.
Well, it was the penultimate game of the afternoon that set the standard, wasn't it? The one between Michael Smith and Krzysztof Ratajski, which the Pole won 6-5, but not without drama.
And then some.
96.
I think if we have a better game than that this weekend, I'll be very surprised.
Well, prepare to be shocked, prepare to be amazed, Paul Nicholson, because the lineup suggests that we just might. Not just what we've got coming up tonight, but the way that the draw is shaping up for tomorrow. We have in prospect some quite brilliant matches. The winner of this one will take on Daryl Gurney in the last 16.
46.
We do have the potential for a game between Glenn Durrant and Michael van Gerwen tomorrow, but they have fabulous opponents in their way, so we can't take that for granted.
140.
Now, Lewis, for me, looks relaxed. And I've always said, over the course of the 10, 11 years that I've been watching him play and getting to know him, a rested, relaxed Adrian Lewis is a brilliant Adrian Lewis. He is now a veteran of darts, but is still youthful in his own way, and 25 Pro Tour titles don't lie.
Yeah, 34 years of age now, Adrian Lewis. Who knows if his best is still yet to come.
I think if you'd have said to Adrian about 8 years ago, when he won his first world title, if he was going to have 2 world titles by 2019, he said, no, I'll have more than that. But he hasn't. He might be 1-1 with Dimitri right now. And a little flick on that flag just brought it down. But it's almost like a coin flip of the previous leg, because now it's Lewis who's chasing. And it's Dimitri who's missed and now has chances to put it right.
Dancing Dimitri wants double 10 to level up. Finds it. Vandenberg, who reached the quarters at the World Championship in 2018 and towards the back end of last season, the quarters at the Grand Slam, hitting a 9-dart finish along the way. And giving quite possibly the most brilliant audio description in his post-match interview of what was going through his mind during that leg.
And that was?
Can you not remember it? The oohs and ahs that Vandenberg offered up. Search on YouTube, you'll find it. Adrian Lewis has hit a dozen 9-dart legs, including one in a world final.
Yeah, a couple in the Premier League as well, eh? It's remarkable to think that the Premier League is so strong and Adrian Lewis is not in it. Well, if he keeps progressing the way he's been doing over the last 12 months by making Euro Tour finals like in Gibraltar and making semi-finals like he did in Denmark as well, he's definitely trending in the right direction, which is very much a 21st century phrase.
Well, Vandenberg's in it, isn't he? He's in it this week. In Rotterdam, one of the contenders who have impressed but not won.
just over the top on that first dart, and that one came out a bit sideways. Maybe livid with that. Maybe academic.
Come back to that discussion in a minute because I want your opinion.
That's the second time today I've seen someone miss a single 18 on the low side.
129's a tricky one, so Adrian would half expect a return.
Might go double-double here. Yep, it's a perfect lie as well. Bang! What a shot that is! Oh boy! That's why they go double-double on that shot. That is a killer blow early in this match from Dimmy.
Well,
why does this keep happening to Adrian Lewis?
The accident from Adrian was that dart in the 4, wasn't it? Didn't get himself a dart at double, and he was punished to the hilt.
Yeah, people keep hitting these shots against Adrian. I mean, you think about the Chisnell 157, I think it was, at the European Championship, when it was 5 each and Adrian's on a double. They just keep doing it to him. The Jamie Lewis thing at the UK Open, where he takes out 341 in 6 darts with a 180 and a 161 on the bull. Adrian's probably thinking, what have I done to these people?
Well, he's a man once described in the tabloids as the Mario Balotelli of darts, and he must be thinking, why always me? And now Bergh looking to apply more pressure. Capital P.
Well, there's a brave bunch in the front row there, wearing some old school England tops. It looks like the ones from around about 82.
Well, there's a very good reason I can't remember that year, Paul.
180.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. Make of it what you will. As Lewis looks for 2 trebles to leave himself on a checkout.
We do, of course, have 2 internationals here. Both have played World Cups. Timmy's got close to get into a final. And Adrian has won it multiple times. Dimitri doesn't have to go 19s here. I think this is a sensible play. Look at 18s now.
58.
And Adrian, all he can do is pressurise. It's almost like that 129's changed the complexity of this game a little. Good pressure.
28. Dimitri requires 68.
Well, he made the 129 look simple. 68 should be a piece of cake. Double 2. Dimitri finds it and finds himself 2 in front.
And that double 2 was brilliant. And earlier on, when Johnny Clayton was beating Adam Hunt, he did so with a couple of key double 1s. And I spoke to Johnny shortly afterwards, and he said he's having a real tiff with double 2 at the minute. He just can't hit it. But Dimitri Bergh can for a 3-1 lead.
Well, what's happening here?
He did a...
Is he silencing the crowd, or is he silencing Adrian? What's happening? Dimitri
I don't know.
put 2 in the treble 20. Offered up silence, please, because I want to place another one in there. Now you can cheer. Now you can make some noise.
Well, in the last leg, when he hit 2 treble 20s, there was a rhythmic ooh. I think they were doing the same.
I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that. Adrian Lewis having it large. Different outcome. Now listen to this. Shades of Lewis and Manley at the Circus Tavern. I don't think it was aimed at the crowd. I think it was aimed at Adrian. And Adrian's giving him back, and something is awry on the stage, Paul.
Yeah, I feel this is... I'm very surprised by this.
Boiling over, we know which side the crowd are going with.
Well, one thing's for sure, it's even harder for Adrian now to get this deficit
140.
reduced. I get the feeling that Adrian is fit to explode.
Well, again, he had a little glance, more than one glance, in his opponent's direction. And we'll just want to see what kind of reaction he would offer up if he managed to take this out.
Well, it's very likely that Adrian's going to be 4-1 down in a second. And if he's going to overturn this deficit, he may have to get a little bit gritty with and play some old school stuff.
Well,
he's going 20 for double 18.
He did it twice in the same combination earlier on in the match. He sneaks it in the top corner. Just trying to calm himself down. Adrian Lewis stands back. No eye contact. Neither player looks at the other. But what did you make of that, Paul? Not perhaps if he heard something from Adrian, but the fact that he decided to stop mid-shot and tell him to shush, was that the right time to do it?
Well, two things really. One, I'm surprised by the reaction from Dimitri van den Bergh, because he's not the kind of person that loses focus, especially when he's at two treble 20s. If he thinks that Adrian said something, that reaction is still out of character. He would usually just get on with things. But Adrian looked genuinely surprised that it was directed at himself by Dimitri.
Well, we don't know what's happened, what was said, what was heard, whether it was actually what he thought he heard, that he heard. And maybe the talking is for after the match.
I can speak from experience, Murph. It's pretty hard to hear anything when you're on that stage on a Saturday night, because it gets loud in there.
55.
And ironically, the crowd have gone a bit quiet.
Well, there's no love lost. Neither player really seems to be particularly enjoying this now since it boiled over a little bit. And as you mentioned, a good point well made, Paul, that van den Bergh is not the type of player to get embroiled in antics on the hockey.
I think the most animated I've ever seen him on the hockey was when he was playing with Kim Hybrex, and I just got the feeling that that may have been, he was getting something from Kim.
Yeah, but during a leg, during a throw, usually that's when it's completed, as Lewis looks to complete the 103 on tops. But he's going to come back with 3 clear at double to break back, and this match might not quite be the ledger for Dimitri van den Bergh just yet.
I'm surprised from 305 that he stayed in the 20s. He's an intelligent young man, and he doesn't usually make mathematical mistakes like that. But don't need a genius to find out what he needs here, and that's double 10. But he's still got a 2-leg deficit. Look at him. He keeps looking at van den Bergh. He is boiling right now, Adrian Lewis.
Well, my guess is that Adrian Lewis feels he's been wrongly accused of something by Dimitri van den Bergh here. And if he has, then you can understand the attitude. But as you said, van den Bergh must think he's heard something. So whether that was a shout from the crowd or whether indeed he did hear something from his opponent. It might be a question that's never answered, Paul.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for somebody's biography in the future to find out what happened there. Anyway, this match isn't boring at all. I will say that. Something about this tournament, the European Darts Open, it never disappoints, whether it was in Dusseldorf, whether it was in Leverkusen, it always brings something. When we first came here, I remember that when Rob Cross made his debut here, and he made it with a bang, and he took out Van Gerwen, then lost to King, and then Peter Wright blitzed the field. But Lewis is doing everything right now.
94 needed then to move back within a single leg. Now he's going double-double.
A little bit audacious, that, wasn't it?
It was, but I tell you what, despite all the drama and whatever else is going on in there, the darts are of the highest quality.
He knows that Dimitri can hit this. That's why he went double-double. And he should have hit the second one! He didn't, and Dimitri's pinged the 161! As if this game wasn't exciting enough.
Darts of the highest quality indeed, and van den Bergh has put the match in the palm of his hand. A 161 checkout, an absolute body blow to Adrian Lewis, and again, why always me? The 1-2-9 with Adrian poised on a double, and then a 1-6-1 with him waiting on tops, having missed it to make it 4-3.
Well, look at it from the other side of the coin. It says to me that Adrian was right to do the 94 that way.
96.
Because he did believe that Dimmy was capable of the 1-6-1, and the proof was in the pudding. Just imagine what we're going to get the rest of the night if this is the starter.
Well, look, we haven't seen many ton plus averages. The only two I can recall were Chisnell and Ratajski, but both players hovering around that mark in this match, and one of them is going to lose.
Yeah, and Ratajski nearly lost his game.
100.
You could say that he should have, because
Survived
Michael
two
Smith
darts.
had 2 darts at double 15.
Did lead 4-0 in that one, Ratajski. Can Lewis launch the great escape from this position?
Well, from here, this would be astronomical
26.
as far as comebacks are concerned.
Well, he's only 7 points behind, so he's going to nick the darts here in this leg at least.
Yeah, that's what you do on 305. That's what Dimitri did not do. Small things, you might say. It's only 2 points difference, but the last leg proved that sometimes you need to be on that finish to give yourself the chance. He does need the chance because Dimitri has left himself finish.
But it would be an incredible reply to having witnessed his opponent take out 1-6-1. Surely Dimitri's not going to make it a hat-trick of huge ton plus outs. This one for the match.
Lewis comes back for the men's Sasulovic double. The first leg that he needs of 4. 7 o'clock. Perfect. That is a vital breaker throw, and hold of throw is not really that relevant anymore. Adrian, simple as that.
Interesting that this is only the second meeting between the pair, and the first one was won 6-1 by Bergh. That was in a floor event.
140.
Seen a lot of games today where there's been a lot of respect between the two competitors and hugs and stuff like that, which usually I'm not really a big fan of. But I don't think there's going to be any cuddles after this one. There may be words exchanged to find out what went on. Lewis needs to get his pedal on the metal right now.
The only time I can ever remember Bergh getting into any kind of disagreement with his opponent was before the World Series German Masters final against Mensa Sulivic, when he forgot that Mensa had won the bull, and there was a bit of shenanigans before the game started, and Bergh never recovered. But here, it's him that is holding all the aces.
Yeah, phenomenal exchange of scoring in this leg from both players. Fortunately for Adrian, he can't take the 1-2-1, so match point. Dimitri van den Bergh should get at least one shot at the bull to close out what's been a dramatic first game.
Quiet start to the evening session, and Van den Bergh does go out in 11 darts. He beats Adrian Lewis 6-3, but that's not the whole story. As you can see, Adrian Lewis shakes hands with Van den Bergh, but he fancies a word or two. None of us know what really happened up there, but they're going to talk about it now, and we'll hear from Dimitri van den Bergh his version of events in a few moments' time. But something happened, some words have been exchanged, but it's Van den Bergh who moves through to the final day of action here at the European Darts Open. He beats Adrian Lewis by 6 legs to 3.
Versöhnung zum Ende. Wir bedanken uns bei Jackpot Adrian Lewis. Und wir gratulieren Dimitri van den Bergh zum Einzug in die dritte Runde. Dimi, herzlichen Glückwunsch. Wir fangen direkt bei der offensichtlichen Geschichte an. Was war los gerade bei euch beiden?
Ja, also ich habe den 129 zugemacht in das dritte Leg und dann fing ich an mit Triple und ich habe es verstanden, dass er hinter mich gesagt hat, come on, let's play darts. Und ich dachte, das war Adrian, aber er sagt, das war ich gar nicht. Okay, ich habe ja so eine Geschichte mal eher gehört, dass der so mal was gemacht ist in den Weg. Also ich habe mich einfach umgedreht, ich sage, ey, hinter mich nicht reden, ja. Ehrlich spiele, sage ich. Aber nach dem Ende sagt er, es ist nicht. Ich habe ihm gesagt, weißt du, wenn du es nicht gemacht hast, okay, tut mir leid, aber ich dachte, es war du. Aber der hat trotzdem gesagt, hey Dimi, du hast geil gezockt, du hast mir ein richtig gutes Spiel gemacht und euch alle hast mich unterstützt. Yes!
Dann würden wir das mal verordnen unter einem klassischen Missverständnis vielleicht zwischen euch beiden. Sagen uns im Kontext der Partie, wie wichtig war die 161, um ihn auf Distanz zu halten in dem Moment?
Nicht nur in dem Moment, aber auch in meinem Kopf. Das Moment, dass wir miteinander dann auf der Bühne gegeneinander reden, sowas habe ich noch nicht mitgemacht. Also ja, Dimi hier war am Zettern, das war echt richtig krass. Aber dann den 161 zuzumachen, das war bei mir okay. Understatement, ich bin auch hier. Also das Gefühl war so geil. Und ich hoffe, das Publikum hat das genaue Gefühl wie ich auf das Moment.
Ich habe das Gefühl, auch in der dritten Runde wird Leverkusen hinter dir stehen. Wir gratulieren dem Dreammaker Dimitri van den Bergh.